Welcome to BTW21 News. Luis Romero greeting you. As always, we appreciate your company. We're going to start off with letting you know about the motor vehicle crash that resulted in a fatality on Tuesday night. Now, of course, we've been bringing you coverage on our Facebook page, and also during our newscast, we interrupt our regular programming to bring you that update. And there's not a lot of new information that we have learned. In fact, there's no new information because at the news time, we have not got any official word from state police. Let's give you a breakdown of what we have learned so far and what we can share with you. Now, again, all of this took place on Tuesday night. The call came out at 8:33 p.m. for emergency services to respond to that single vehicle crash. The four-door sedan went down in steep embankment behind fenders in Collins, and of course, we're not going to be identifying the vehicle because we have not received official word from state police. Now, this is at the intersection, if you're not quite familiar with where Fenders is at the intersection of Virginia Avenue and Kings Mountain Road. According to first responders, it was a male that was driving the sedan and he died at the scene. The Collinsville Volunteer Fire Department, Bassett Volunteer Rescue Squad, Fiddle Collinsville Volunteer Rescue Squad, and Virginia State Police responded to the scene. Again, this remains under investigation by state police. Of course, we will keep you updated here on air and on BTW21.com once we learn more information on how that crash took place and the identity of that individual. Switching tones now to in our newscast to some great news for all those bargain lovers and those that love to support our community. Hopefully, it's all of you. You can head on out on this Saturday to support the Ladies in Pink for the now annual bargain fair. Once again, it's the annual bargain fair, and the Charity League bargain fair is back, and it will be going on and will be only hosted once a year, and that will be taking place on October from during the pandemic of it actually being hosted in the spring as well. Now, this year's fair will take place, as I mentioned to you, Saturday, that's October 1st from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 242 Franklin Street in Martinsville. That's next to the clock tower. The event will go on rain or shine. You heard that correctly. Due to the rain, though, you can park in the clock tower parking lot to avoid getting in the muddy parking lot that is next to the warehouse. All proceeds, as always, will benefit children and youth in Martinsville and Henry County. So what exactly can you find at the bargain fair? Anything that you can think of, just as you are seeing on your screen. We also encourage you to head on over to facebook.com/BTW21 to watch the full preview of the fair, or stay tuned to your neighborhood network as we will be airing it until Saturday. And continuing to talk about great news here in Martinsville, Keith Owens, who represents a recovery center in Uptown Martinsville, actually put together a walk with the help of others in the community from the big chair in the Broad Street parking lot to the Martinsville Municipal Building where the City Council meeting was going on. The event was titled Advocacy Rally for the Homeless and was used to bring attention to Martinsville and Henry County's need for a 24/7 year-round, low-barrier housing first model emergency shelter.
It would be a shelter program. It would be a housing first model, which means you come in from assessment, and then eventually when you walk out the door, 15 to 20% of the people would take advantage of it, and they would be housed with a HUD voucher. And during that assessment period, they would get their mental health needs met, their addiction needs met, licensures, birth certificates, Social Security cards, all those things that go along with being homeless that many people don't know, and then resumes, getting a job, just a start up, get back on your feet. And, that takes a lot of case management, following people along, making sure they're hitting all the progressions and that hopefully they become self-sustainable. And they had that little bit of hope because without a place to lay your head or shower, nobody's trying to find recovery. They're going to have a difficult time finding a job because, life's beat them down so much that, we just want to offer a little bit of hope and compassion. It's the right thing to do.
The goal is to try to get ARPA funds to build the shelter. Around 50 people participated in the event. There's a lot going on in Martinsville and Henry County. Make sure that you stay updated on our website or here on air. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll return after these messages. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for BTW21 News. I know all week we've been talking about the rain, football games being changed to Thursday from Friday because of this rain, and Dustin has a look at your local weather forecast and more details about all of that. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Our BTW21 News. We're going to turn things over now to Chad Hall, who has a look at your local sports. Again, the Smith River Classic will be taking place on Thursday instead of Friday. It's still the same time at 7 p.m. and you can count on your neighborhood network to bring you live coverage. You're watching BTW21 News. Welcome back. Your Martinsville and Henry County Crime Report, as always, is presented by our friends at Apex Bail Bonds, and it is next. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It is now time for your Martinsville and Henry County obituaries, as always, by Bassett Funeral Service. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for this Wednesday edition of BTW21 News. As always, we appreciate your company. Head on over to BTW21.com or our Facebook page to stay updated with all the stories that we brought to you on air. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, Barry Nelson here, GR Chevrolet in Stanleytown. We've got Malibus. It's an 18 Malibu. I got Malibu starting at only $199 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Got a 19 Buick Encore, loaded leather roof, all-wheel drive, only $299 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Folks, we got over 200 SUVs in stock. This is a 2018 Traverse High Country, loaded, beautiful little car, 50,000 miles, only here at GR Chevrolet. This won't last long. It's a 2018 2500 four-wheel drive Duramax diesel, loaded with 45,000 miles. That's going to be a real deal. And I've got over 150 used trucks to choose from. Here's another hard to come by, a 2021 Silverado RST Z71 package for only 20,000 miles, only here at GR Chevrolet. Got a 2019 Colorado, and I've got several of them starting at only $315 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Race on into GR Chevrolet, where everybody knows cars cost less, and we're fast too.
Hey, come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care. We're located at 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia. Our telephone number is 276-634-0010. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We do offer time slots now, so you can call us and get that scheduled so you will not have to wait. Don't forget to come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care, 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia, 276-634-0010. Call us to get your time slot booked.
The staff is friendly, helpful, very considerate, very, very nice. I couldn't ask for anyone to be any more helpful than they've been. When I got here, I was surprised at all the different things that they wanted me to do and how much better I felt after I finished them. And I've worked with just about everyone, I think, and they're all exceptional. I don't mind coming in the door. It doesn't matter who I work with because I like them all.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us for BTW21 News. I know all week we've been talking about the rain, football games being changed to Thursday from Friday because of this rain, and Dustin has a look at your local weather forecast and more details about all of that.
Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
And glad that you're continuing to stick around here with us on the Neighborhood Network. I'm Weatherman Dustin Staples. We appreciate your time, as always, checking us out here on BTW21. That's Comcast Cable Channel 21. Of course, our friends in Pennsylvania County at Chap Moss Cable, or whether you're watching us on your social media platforms. Wherever you may find yourself, we hope you enjoyed the week so far, and unfortunately I am the bearer of bad news because we have a very busy and unfortunately wet weekend. It looks to be a washout, indefinite for sure. So of course you may have been noticing, of course, several football games for high school have been now rescheduled for Thursday due to the impending winter storm, but the impending hurricane that has been on everybody's mind this last couple of days. And of course I've got some statistics that's going to be showing you kind of some insane stuff. I've been watching some video cameras across Florida, and my goodness, some of those cities, in particular little locations, Tampa, Fort Myers, even little beaches along outside the Fort Myers district down there. Of course, they're expected to see some of those storm surges over 4 to 6 feet of right now, and some of those have already overtaken that area because of how high the water has got. And some of those storm surges, you go on YouTube and just look up webcams along the coast of Florida right now. I mean, particularly the west coast of Florida, inside there. It's incredible stuff. I will be sharing some of those video feeds on my Facebook page. You can head over there at facebook.com/staplesweather. Check over there, and some of those impressive Fort Myers and some of those beaches are just incredible to be taking a look at there as well. So if you have family or friends down there, of course, the governor declared a state of emergency and urged people to immediately evacuate. So be sure to check on them if they are down there as well. And of course, if you're avid watcher of the Weather Channel, of course I am, right? So of course you always see the famous Jim Cantori. Whenever he goes, you know there's danger in the area. Of course, the last time he was probably in this neck of the woods was a couple of years ago. We had a major windstorm that moved through. He was in Roanoke, to be a fact, and of course I think he may drive through Martinsville. I think they were getting towards Greensboro or somewhere along the North Carolina region. Anyway, so no severe weather expected today or tomorrow. We have lots of clear skies and plentiful sunshine with a fair weather, cirrus clouds mixing in from time to time, as our temperatures are going to go from the 60s to this evening, low to mid 50s later on tonight, with a partly to mostly clear sky developing for us as well. Of course, that north wind, it's going to be the primary factor. So we did wake up pretty chilly this morning, and believe it or not, our friends in Danville broke a record of a low of 40 degrees. The record was 41, and that was set back in the 1980s or so, I think it was, or the 1950s, one of those two eras. So it's been a couple of decades since Danville woke up to a record low this morning. That record was 41. It got down to 40 degrees. Not as chilly tonight as it was this morning, but still pretty crisp and cool out there. Upper 40s across much of our metropolitan areas as you're making your way out and about. Thursday, here is the calm before the storm. So one more day of nice weather. And again, if you have yet to get lawn work done, I will encourage you to get it done today, and if not tomorrow, indefinite early Friday morning, because that is most likely we're going to begin to see that rain move in. Highs tomorrow, upper 60s across here in the city and the county as well, with a mix of sun and clouds. So perfect Friday night football. I'll have that forecast coming up for you tomorrow, so you're going to get that a little different, because typically you would get that Friday or Thursday into Friday, but right now things are looking for Friday football fantastic. Nothing to be complaining about. All of our area high school footballs. Of course, our game of the week, of course, is the big old Smith River Classic. Magna Vista taking on Bassett. Who will take on that champion ring or that trophy? Well, we will see. Of course, Magna Vista has been at that for a while now, so if you keep up with the classics there, we'll let you know there the forecast on tomorrow's newscast, so you'll get the live actual weather forecast instead of a preview you typically see over the weekend. But hey, lots of sunshine out there, upper 60s, low 70s, breezy from time to time, so that, of course, may be a little bit of an interference with the football throwing. Just keep that in mind as your kids are out there. And again, good luck to all of our area high school footballs. And again, our game of the week is that Bassett Magna Vista rivalry too. So I'll have the forecast coming up for you on Thursday. We'll talk again on Thursday and tell you more about how the rest of the weekend is expected to shape up.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.
Relationships, they are the most precious and important thing we have in life. An uncorrected or improperly corrected hearing loss negatively affects each and every one of those relationships. Did you know that you have hearing insurance benefits available to you? At Ashbrook Audiology, we are the region's go-to providers for benefits from affordable hearing care, true hearing, and many more. Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter, Martinsville and Danville.
Hey, my name is Joyce Renee Watkins, and the reason why I chose chiropractic was because I was having some issues with myself, and chiropractic really, really works. New clients to come in, we are running a special right now where you can actually come into the office and have an exam and 7 different types of x-rays for $49. And then we will get you back in the next day and we will actually treat you, and we can let you in what your insurance covers. Now you're getting 7 x-rays and an exam. And the x-ray machine here is top of the line, and Dr. Zentmeyer is really good. He can really read some x-rays. So I encourage everyone to come. We're located in Collinsville. Our address is 3652 Virginia Avenue, Collinsville, Virginia. We're across from Fenders and beside Walgreens.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for BTW21 News. We're going to turn things over now to Chad Hall, who has a look at your local sports. Again, the Smith River Classic will be taking place on Thursday instead of Friday. It's still the same time at 7 p.m., and you can count on your neighborhood network to bring you live coverage.
In football, the only 2 teams that was left undefeated was Halifax and Martinsville. Martinsville on the road this past Friday, and boy, was that a game. Martinsville come home 4-0, 27-17 over Halifax. Martinsville still undefeated. Coach is pretty excited about his teams and what's coming up next.
I didn't set goals like that. What we did was we said we want to get better every day and take it one day and 1 week at a time. It's been a battle now because everybody want to tell them how good they are, but these guys been good, and I do what I've always done since I've been coaching, is running, lifting weights, and running heels and running shuttles, and we just keep running. And I keep telling them, don't forget what you did, what you've done these past weeks to get to where you are. And we got to keep doing the same thing. Nothing changes. We just try to be consistent. We're going to run, we're going to block, we're going to tackle, and we work on that every week, and we just try to keep doing it until we get it right. And any coach will tell you don't ever get it right, so you just keep working on it and try to perfect it. You don't have enough time. There's plenty to work on. We don't do everything right. We're not even close to doing everything right. So we just keep working on those things and stay a team, stay a family. No, we got a great little group of guys that work hard together, and they really tried to work hard and stay together, and they've tried to do what we asked them to do as a coaching staff. And I'll say that my coaching staff, they have really we put a lot of time in, a lot of effort in, and I'm really appreciative for them where we are. But we still got a lot of work to do, and we'll keep doing it. And so everybody don't forget, whether we win or lose, I'm going to love my guys anyway. We're going to love our guys whether we win or lose. And that's what makes this easy. You love your guys. They work hard to come in, do the best they can, and then we try to build something, try to build young boys and young men. And it's not based on the scoreboard.
For other news here in sports, this past Saturday, it was a great turnout at the Premier Open Sports Karate Championship. We had the opportunity to speak to Grandmaster Scott Rutter to tell us a little bit more about this huge event.
We started this out at 9 o'clock this morning with some breaking divisions, self-defense, all kinds of exciting stuff happening today. Very overwhelmed with the turnout. We had a great turnout today between the competitors as well as the assistants and the judges today. It's been a great event. But like we talked about on the show, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of dedication just to get these routines down and learn how to master these weapons. And today you've seen a lot of great competition with it today. I mean, they're about probably our 6 and 7 year olds, probably at the very end. You can tell they're yellow belts at the end. They're just beginners, maybe training less than 6 months, somewhere around that time. To the right over here, you see a little bit older group, intermediate, which is like the green, blue, purple belts, a bit more advanced. Over here to my right is more green and purple, a little bit more advanced, little older kids. So there's definitely different skill levels for different ages and different ranks. And over to my left on this side over here, we got the adults. I mean, these are all the adult beginners. When people training, we got, there's always something for adults as well as kids in martial arts training. And over to my left with the adults, we got some that are in a division of 18 to 35 years old, and there's some in a division of 35 years old and older. So we have literally something for all ages today. They're demonstrating kata. The lady up here that's she's actually representing our school today. But this is our freehand kata divisions. So yeah, different skill levels you see all around for beginners, from little kids all the way up to adults today. And our black belts will be competing in a little few minutes. Right. Most of all these judges, of course, are to be able to be a judge at any martial arts competition, you definitely have to be a black belt. But not only a black belt, you got to be a skilled black belt and certified to be able to actually judge the competitions. Everybody that you see on the right hand side is judging. With the section of 1 or 2 are all master level black belts, been training, doing this for over 30, some sitting down for over 35, 40 years sitting down over here.
In closing, talking a little bit more about football, we're going to show you some stats as we end the sportscast. But this week, BTW21 will be live at Bassett for the Smith River Classic. You don't want to miss that. So get out and support your local high schools. Let's check out the stats from all of your favorite high school sport teams. Again, the Bulldogs polishing off 4-0 after last week beat over Halifax County, 3-1. Magna Vista Warriors are 3-2. The Bengals 2-2. That's going to be a good setup there for the Smith River Classic. And the Cougars are 1-3. Dan River and Tunstall still trying to find their first victory of the year. That's going to wrap it up for us in sports. We'll see you tomorrow.
We've been here for 25 years now, and we built a building that was bigger than what we needed when we first started. We've just about filled that place now. One of the things that we really do is we value our employees. We know it takes a long time for them to learn the skills, but people's skills are hard-earned, so we make sure that there is a job for them every day of the week, 52 weeks of the year. So even if we're quiet and we don't need people, a lot of businesses still lay people off, send people home. We don't do that. If you want to come to work, we will find you a job because we value the skills that you've learned with us, and we want you to stay here, and we want you to feel valued, and we want you as a family to go home and think, I'm always going to get a paycheck if I turn up to work for Drake.
You're watching BTW21 News. Welcome back. Your Martinsville and Henry County Crime Report, as always, is presented by our friends at Apex Bail Bonds, and it is next.
Andre Beal, 34, of Martinsville, Virginia, charged with prisoner court DOC, returned from DOC for court. Christopher Belcher, 43, of Martinsville, Virginia, charged with prisoner court DOC, returned from DOC for court. Ricky Boer, 47, of Bristol, Virginia, charged with intoxication in public. Brian Goins, 39, of Ridgeway, Virginia, charged with prisoner court DOC, returned from DOC for court. Jill Catroni, 46, of Bassett, Virginia, charged with driving while intoxicated, first conviction. Damian Hairston, 25, of Stoneville, North Carolina, charged with prisoner court DOC, returned from DOC for court. Robert Hairston, 40, of Axton, Virginia, charged with simple assault on law enforcement, fire rescue personnel, disorderly conduct, probation violation felony, and probation violation misdemeanor. Joshua Howell, 20, of Bassett, Virginia, charged with prisoner court DOC returned from DOC for court.
Slip up, you need a bondsman you can trust at your side. At Apex Bail Bonds in Martinsville, our agents are with you at every step, not just the day you bond out. Need affordable bail? You'll get the same low rates we offer in Danville and Reedsville. Apex Bail Bonds has the only bail bondsman around licensed on both sides of the Virginia-Carolina line. Provides fast releases and affordable bail at the lowest rates allowed by law. Apex Bail Bonds, Martinsville, across from Checkered Pig, for the lowest rates allowed.
Martinsville First Savings Bank has been serving Martinsville and Henry County since 1924. Feel free to stop by or call for more information on how our checking, savings, money market, and certificates of deposit can help you meet your financial goals. If you are tired of 800 numbers or online customer service, please contact us. We are local people making local decisions. Visit our office at 25 West Church Street in Uptown Martinsville or call 276-638-8771.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It is now time for your Martinsville and Henry County obituaries, as always, by Bassett Funeral Service.
Mr. Derek Lamont Edwards of Richmond, Virginia, was called home Thursday, September the 15th, 2022. A floating visitation will be Saturday, October the 1st, from 4 to 6 p.m. at Wright Funeral Service Chapel. The funeral will be Sunday, October the 2nd, 2022, at Wright Funeral Service Chapel. Online condolences may be made by visiting wrightfuneralservices.net. Michael Grant Preston passed away September the 22nd, 2022. A celebration of life service will be held Saturday, October the 1st at 1 p.m. at the Greater International Pentecostal Holiness Assembly building. A visitation will be held an hour prior to the service. Wright Funeral Service is serving the family. Larry Edward Fulcher, 69 of Ridgeway, passed away Saturday, September the 24th, 2022. The funeral will be Thursday, September the 29th at 2 p.m. at Wright Funeral Service Chapel. Visitation will be 2 hours prior to that service. Wright Funeral Service is serving the family. Gary Anthony Lawson, 57 of Martinsville, received his call to go home Tuesday, August the 30th, 2022. The celebration of life service was held Tuesday, September the 27th at 7 p.m. at Mercy Crossing Church in Martinsville. Wright Funeral Service and Crematory is...
On June 2nd of this year, we will celebrate our 25th year of serving Martinsville and Henry County. 25 years ago, we started as a small funeral home. Then in 2008, we became one of the largest funeral homes serving Martinsville and Henry County.
This spring, Bassett Funeral Service purchased some new property for our new crematory, and also will be expanding our services into that building. We pride ourselves in our service. As in the beginning, Bassett Funeral Service started at zero. And over the few years, we have become one of the leading funeral homes in the area. And I think that is because we are providing a tremendous service to our families.
Carlisle School in Axton, Virginia serves preschool through grade 12. It provides a nurturing yet challenging learning environment. The pandemic caused learning losses for many students. We can turn those losses into gains through individualized instruction and smaller class sizes. Tuition is flexible and financial aid is available. Now enrolling 276-632-7288, carlisleschool.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for this Wednesday edition of BTW21 News. As always, we appreciate your company. Head on over to BTW21.com or our Facebook page to stay updated with all stories that we brought to you on air. We'll see you tomorrow.